Hi, it's me again, out for my walk. As you can see, a bit of snow. We had actually quite a good snowfall, but it's got blown away in a major storm last night. Anyway, at the risk of sounding a bit obsessed with alcohol, the next couple of tips are going to be related to that subject, which, well, I like my beer, let's put it that way. You know, in Norway, it's, as I've said before, it's expensive to buy alcohol in general. It's also not that easy because you have to buy from a state-run liquor store, basically, and they are not in every town, but luckily we have several in Toronto. But that's the only place you can buy bottles of wine or anything stronger than, for some bizarre reason, 4.7% alcohol. For example, a slightly stronger beer than that you wouldn't be able to buy in the supermarket. And even what you can get in the supermarket, which is quite a lot of good beer, you have to buy that before 8 o'clock in the evening. Otherwise after that it's all closed. They close down that section of the supermarket. So you can't sort of pop out for a spontaneous beer, and certainly not a bottle of wine, because the place is where what's called the Vinmonopol, which quite literally is the wine monopoly, which is kind of weird. They are even more restrictive in their opening hours. So they are open each day until 6 p.m. and on Saturdays only until 4. It used to be 3, so we got an extra hour since I moved here. And what else? So, and on Saturdays, also in the supermarkets, you have to get your beer in before 6. So yeah, it's quite restrictive. There are some upsides though. First of all, the upside of the Vinmonopol is that they only import really good wine. So, and it's not that expensive actually to get a really good bottle of wine there. And they also have a fantastic selection of really good beers, because essentially if you manage to get a contract to supply Vinmonopol in Norway, it's almost like printing money really, because they buy in large quantities. But they only buy good stuff. The other thing that is an advantage is, did I say there was another advantage? I don't know if there are other advantages actually. Yeah. So in spite of the literal barriers to buying alcohol, people still drink. I used to work in the restaurant business, and I used to finish very late some nights, and when you drive through town, any Norwegian town of any size really, like when the clubs are emptying out, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, it's like the night of the living dead, I'll tell you. It's just like zombies walking around, really, really, really drunk people. So what you do, if you're so inclined, is you drink before you go out. So people meet at other people's houses, get utterly hammered on cheap beer, cheap wine maybe, then go into town, have a few beers while they're out, getting absolutely plastered, get a kebab on the way home. It's a bit like England really in that respect. Yeah. And of course, if you're really smart, you brew your own beer, because it's better and it's a lot cheaper. But that's for another video. Right, nearly home now, so I'm going to sign off and try not to fall down this very steep path. Out of here.